Hi teachers, this is going to be about NewsELA. It is part 4 of the Let's Read Online series. And I want to talk a little bit about how to get NewsELA up and running if you are using Clever. So with Clever, I strongly suggest instead of going to NewsELA, like some of the other resources, and setting up an account there first and then mapping it to Clever, you actually do the opposite. So we're going to go into our Clever teacher page, and that is accessed through our home Clever page. You'll notice you have a shared with all your students page. You would click the shared with all your students page, and then you're going to add an app, and this time you're going to add the app called NewsELA, and you're going to install this. Now I'm going to get prompted that I can't do this because I can't install apps for teachers, so that's why it's going to tell me I can't, but you would walk through the steps of signing or creating NewsELA for your teachers, and it would automatically, or for your class, and it will automatically pop up here. It will populate accounts for you, so then your students, all they have to do is click NewsELA here, and all you have to do is click NewsELA right here as well. If you happen to go to the NewsELA page, you click sign in, there's a Clever button. So if you set up NewsELA this way, you would just click Clever and allow it to log you in through Clever. Because I am not in the classroom, I'm going to be logging in through Google. So a couple of cool features about NewsELA is any of the articles that you go into, let's say I go into this science article, you'll notice I can't assign them to students, but I can also select a Lexile, and so there's always 4 Lexile available. Usually the lowest ranges around in the 500 range all the way up to above 1,000. And you'll notice if I change that, it does change the article overall. It's shortened and more simple than if I were to have a 1050. Which I would need to reload my page for. So you can share an article directly to Google Classroom. You can add them to text sets. Text sets are collections of articles, which are pretty cool. You'll notice that these ones have the Pro unlock, but if you go to text sets by teachers, you can see that we're living in technology times, and then there's a set of text here. Each text set has its own unique link to it. So you can share the text set to Google Classroom as well. So students aren't getting access to just one article, they're getting access to a collection of articles. It's a great way if you're looking for articles that fit a specific mold and you want to make sure that students are getting practice with a certain type of skill. You can collect articles, so you're providing your students choice, but you're making sure that the articles fit within whatever parameters you're trying to teach. The other way that you could do this too is you can develop a text set collection for research. So that way students aren't spending hours upon hours looking through so much that's in NewsELA. If you develop a text set that has a whole bunch of articles they can use for research, then they still have some choice, but it guides their selections a little bit more. You'll notice the news. I can search the news this way, or I can use the search button up here. If I go into articles, you'll notice a few of them might be locked, but you do have opinion articles in here as well, so great for a lot of discourse between students. So because we set up everything through Clever, everything's ready to roll. Students just click on the NewsELA icon and they're automatically logged into Clever. If you are a non-Clever person, so this would be someone outside of our district, you can set up classes in NewsELA. You can sync your Google classes with Clever so that they automatically pull new students over. So you always have that Google option. But teachers within our district, I strongly suggest you write it up through Clever. You're not going to end up with any other issues than with logins.